Hello, this is me, Mary Mitchell. Here's a couple of in-progress screenshots of an angelfish that I am almost done with. As you will see, I started this project January 9th and I recorded it the whole time, and I was able to condense and edit this video into 12 minutes, less than 13 minutes actually. So here we go. Okay, 30 by 40, 1.5-inch deep canvas that I'm applying gesso to with a foam roller. I sped this up about, I don't even know, numerous times. I let it dry overnight, and then I applied the underpainting. The underpainting is important, so do look that up and find out. There's different colors you can use or should use for different things that you're going to be doing subjects. Make sure that your easel is level. And okay, so here's the first time I have to apologize. I thought I was recording and I wasn't. Okay, I'm applying the water with a spatula. You can see that the rubber 99-cent one won. And I tried palette knives first. Anyway, so I'm putting the water in, and I want it very loose, very informal. I don't want any plant life. I just want this very colorful, background water landscape, if you will. Now I have drawn in my fish using a proportional divider. I put my points in and just drew a very loose, the outline of it. And when I was applying my background water around, the back of the fish, I didn't worry too much about if I went into the outline of the fish because I could see where it was. So here I am. I'm putting more detail into the fish. I keep checking my dimensions with the proportional divider to make sure I'm not going really, off scale or anything like that, because sometimes, it can happen. So you just want to just keep checking if you can. Here I have a sponge, and I'm applying some titanium white with some blue, some Prussian blue, a little bit of black, a little bit of primary blue. I thought I knew what colors. Those are the colors I thought I wanted, wasn't happy. So I mixed up some new colors and I changed the entire color of the fish. Okay, which led me to end up having to change the background. So I'm feeling my way through this, and it was fun. I'll tell you right now, it was a lot of fun. And so I have my reference photo that I found on Pixabay, and instead of sticking with their colors, I used different colors, but I pretty much kept to their whatever type of angelfish that I was looking at. There's all different kinds, all different colors. They're beautiful fish, really. I Googled the anatomy of the fish, and I really wanted to see, what I was, it just made when you know your subject, it makes it a little easier. So here I am painting it in, and I have a lot of ideas in my mind while I'm going through this whole thing. I'm going to lighten up those very dark colors you see there, the Prussian blue with the just a tad of black and some blue, and you're going to see me uh, just putting the base down on the fish, and then knowing that I want to make this a very texturized fish. I'm thinking of the different mediums that are available, such as the impasto gel, and how I want to create this, how I want to make it interesting, three-dimensional, translucent, transparent, all at the same time, layers, definitely painting in layers. So here you see me laying down the impasto, very thick. And then what I do after I lay it down is you see me digging in with the spatula to create those spiny bones, although they're not bones. It's more like cartilage or some such thing like that. But you see what I'm saying, okay? The muscles in the body is what really moves those fins. But anyway, this is not an anatomy lesson, but I did learn a little bit about these beautiful fish. Not, that there are about, first of all, 90 varieties or something like that. But anyway, so here I am laying down this impasto gel, and then I take my spatula so that I can really dig in and create those rays, spiny bones, cartilage, call it what you will. Okay, let's jump a bit here. That is called Deco Art. It's silver gilding paste slash wax. It's compatible with acrylic paint. And I decided that this would be one of the layers that I would apply to this fish because I really wanted this fish to pop. I wanted the background to be in the back, sort of, and have the fish really pop out. So I'm thinking of different ways to do that. Now, with this wax paste, it's compatible. Water washes with soap and water when you're done. Now, look at the effect there. Isn't it beautiful? I applied it with a little sponge. I took some out of the bin, the little thing there, the tin, and I put it right up on my hand there, and I applied it right with a little sponge. All right, so now we're going into the detail, putting the eye in and the crown, the fish lips. And then I decide I want to put another thick coat of the golden extra heavy gel over this. But before I do that, I decide to add some glazing. And so I put a little bit of blue. I wanted to darken some spots. And it's probably about 80% medium and, 20% paint, probably. Very, very light, but glazing just enough to lighten the darker parts and darken the lighter parts. So I had both mixed up, and I went around the entire fish with it and decided what looked best. So there's the golden extra heavy gel after I was done with the glazing. I'm putting it very loosely, very just putting it on there with the spatula, not worrying about it being perfectly even. It's okay if it has uneven texture, because once this dries, I'm going to go over it with some translucent, some more of this, but mixed with some paint to make it another translucent layer. So this layer is going to be completely colorless. And okay, so I'm sorry I keep jumping around here, but I will answer any questions in the comments. I just wanted you to see how I'm doing this because I'm not done yet. So think about what I'm thinking about is using mediums for this fish to create a very three-dimensional, translucent, with some transparent layers that will give this fish the that sort of silvery look that it has when it's, obviously in the water. And there are different ways that I am sure how to achieve this. This was part one. It took many days, many hours of recording. I cut a lot out. I fast forwarded it as fast as I could because I know, people don't really watch these things. But if you're looking at it, you can see what I'm doing. You can see that I'm painting in the detail with I have an angle brush there. And I'm going over, now that the impasto has dried, I'm going over those spiny rays with an angle brush, and I'm putting in look at how I'm doing this. I'm going from back to front because I want that to be even as it is in the picture. It's even though a lot toward the latter part is transparent. You can see those rays, those cartilage type rays going through. They're light. Parts of the fin are transparent. Part of it is not. Depends how close it is to the body. Depends on the fish. So I'm pointing to what I did. Now look at that top dorsal fin. You see those lines through the that go down. This is how I did it. I took the dark paint and I painted it very loosely in. I didn't even make it, I just kind of staggered it, really. I didn't make a straight line, even though it looks like it is when you're looking at the picture. I figured I could figure that out. I could correct that retroactively by doing what I'm doing right now, and that is taking an angle brush. This is a bit smaller. And what I do is I'm taking the gel medium, a lot of it, and I'm mixing the lighter colors to give it that translucent look. Now you see first it said transparent. There is some transparency toward the end, but not fully. So I want a very sometimes thicker translucent to very thin translucent. And that's what I'm doing. I'm correcting the lines, I'm making them straighter as I go in between them with that mixture of medium gloss and the paint. So the closer to the fish, the more translucent, opaque it is, and then outward it becomes less opaque and more translucent, transparent. But you get the idea. So I'm trying to achieve that here. And one thing I do want to say is while I was recording this, I did some of it at night. And at night, I can't get the same light that I can during the day. I have a special light, a lamp, a standing lamp for exactly for this purpose to paint, for a sort of like a natural light, but it's not natural light, let's face it. So you're going to see this, while it looks more white right now, that's not how it looks in real life. When you see it at the end is how it looks. Because when I was done with this the other night, I photographed it in the morning in natural light. There's a window in my studio and I can get as much daylight as I want in there. But I just wanted to disclose that because you're going to say, hey, why does that look more green and why does that look more white? And I just couldn't get it to look the way it looked. I tried to apply filters, I tried to leave it, it just wasn't, I did the best I could. Okay, let me put it that way. But the most important thing is for you to get the idea of how I worked on the fins, of how I created the horizontal, the spiny bones, the cartilage, the structure of the fish, the mediums that I'm going to be and have used on this already and what they do. And I just put out a video about different gel mediums, but I'm also using other mediums with this fish too. And that's why I would say right now at the end, it's probably about 85% done. And there's still a little bit more that I want to do. And so here it is right now, the way it was this morning. And I will be able to finish this when I get back to Florida in about 20 days. I know exactly what I have to do. I know how I'm going to do it, and I can't wait for you to see it. So please stay tuned for part 2. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.